Hello and welcome back to Ezra Health. Today we're going to be talking about what it really means to be healthy. Now I know what you're thinking. Why are we talking about this? All you have to do is eat right, exercise, and stay away from drugs. Well, you might be quite surprised. So, it turns out that professional sources, such as the Merriam-Webster Dictionary, share the same general idea about what it means to be healthy. They define healthy as the condition of being well or free from disease. At first thought, you may think, yeah, that sounds pretty good to me. If you're sick, you're not entirely healthy, right? And being well means the same thing as being healthy. So, perfect. But the problem really exists in how ambiguous sounding being well is. And as for the whole part about being sick, if your immune system responds adequately to you being sick, then isn't your immune system thereby displaying a healthy immune response? Clearly, this definition leads us around in circles and gives rise to the generic ideas of what being healthy means. So, a much more wholesome definition of being healthy is found in the World Health Organization's definition that defines healthy as a complete state of physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. Using this definition from a much more health-oriented source in the first place, we see that being healthy is broken down into three instrumental categories that help us understand what being well is. Let's start out with mental health, and I'm going to make it pretty simple. Everything and anything related to how your brain takes in reality is related to your mental health. For instance, if you're able to cope with large amounts of stress in the correct manner, that exhibits good mental health. The scope of mental health also includes mental illnesses, whatever they may be, also self-esteem, learning, depression, eating disorders, grieving, and many more topics around the whole sphere of mental health. By looking at these words, it becomes easier to understand that being healthy is not strictly eating well and exercising, because if we define healthiness like that, then we fail to acknowledge that some random girl out there who has an eating disorder, if we don't acknowledge that health is attributed to all these different words here, all these different segments, including mental health, then we may be neglecting a real problem about that girl because she has an eating disorder. Next up, we have the oddball of the wellness trio, social health. In regards to social health, just keep in mind two big things: relationships and the awareness of public health standards. Our ability to create and maintain healthy relationships in all spheres of life, whether it be personal, professional, or intimate, affects our self-esteem and stress levels. An abusive relationship with a loved one is going to give hell to your mental health and may affect your physical health in severe cases. As for the whole idea of being aware of public health standards, I'm talking about washing your hands and sneezing into your elbow to prevent contamination, utilizing personal protection equipment against hazards, and things of that nature. Now let's talk about the good stuff, our physical health. Physical health relates to topics such as exercise, diet and nutrition, and sleep. As said earlier, healthiness is not exclusively the mere absence of disease. Rather, a good immune response towards that illness indicates good physical health, of course. This is the area of well-being that we as the human population tend to know the most about. If you think about it, we've built giant industry sectors relating to caring for people's physical health. However, this also seems like the area of well-being that most humans neglect, as seen in our continuous consumption of processed foods, lack of exercise, lack of sleep, and many other dangers that we commit ourselves to in regards to our physical health. So what's the bottom line? The bottom line is that being healthy has no set in stone definition that you can raise in the lights and see if you're healthy or you're not. Healthiness comes in all different forms, and sizes, so it's up to you to decide if you're healthy or not. A doctor can give you a pretty good zone that you can fit in if you think about it, but only you and only you will know if you're wholeheartedly, if you're wholesomely healthier. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe.